Hey everyone, welcome back. You ready for another deep dive?
Always ready to dig into some data.
Well, today we're looking at foreign condo ownership in Thailand.
Okay.
And this recent market report, the one we were talking about the other day, is going to be our guide.
Sounds fascinating.
It is.
Yeah.
But the big question we're trying to answer is, why are foreign condo sales suddenly taking a dip?
Yeah.
It's like not what you'd expect.
Definitely not. The Thai condo market really depends on foreign investment.
Exactly.
And this report shows some shifts that could actually impact the whole economy.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So let's break this down a bit.
Okay.
The report, right off the bat, shows us that foreign condo sales are down in Q2 2024. And for anyone who's not super familiar with the lingo, Q2 is just the second quarter of the year,
Right.
April to June. And we're not talking, just a small dip here.
No.
Sales are down 6.2% in terms of actual units sold.
Wow.
And a way bigger drop, like 17.7% in value compared to,
Last year.
last year, yeah. So what's the story? What's behind these numbers?
Well, there are a few things going on, but to really understand it, we need to look at who's buying, the nationalities driving these trends.
Okay, so who are the big buyers right now?
Well, the report actually shows that Chinese buyers,
Oh, really?
yeah, they're still the top foreign condo owners in Thailand.
Huh, interesting.
Yeah, they bought a whopping 2,872 units just in Q2.
Seriously?
Yeah, and that's worth over 13 billion baht,
Wow.
which is over 350 million US dollars?
That's wild.
It is, but here's the thing, and this is where it gets really interesting. Despite being the top dogs, Chinese purchases are actually going down.
So wait, what's going on there then?
Well, a couple of things, potentially. The economic situation in China itself is, definitely a part of it.
Right.
We've also seen some changes in government policies, both in China and Thailand, which could be affecting investment decisions. It's like
a chain reaction.
Yeah, exactly. Each change kind of ripples out and impacts the next thing.
And it makes you wonder where those ripples are going to end up, right?
Right.
But, okay, before we get too lost in the ripple effects, the report also points out this other trend that's really catching my eye.
Okay.
The rise of Indian buyers.
Interesting.
Yeah, they're not necessarily buying the most units overall.
Right.
But they're going for, the high-end stuff,
Oh, the luxury market.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The average Indian buyer is spending something like 6 million baht per condo.
Wow.
Which is almost double the average.
That's significant.
It is.
Yeah.
So what's the deal with that?
Well, it suggests that they're a different kind of buyer, compared to, say, the average Chinese buyer. Maybe it's an investment strategy focused on luxury properties, or, maybe it reflects bigger families, or just wanting more space.
That's a really good point. It definitely adds another layer to this whole thing.
It does.
And speaking of other players, we can't forget Myanmar and Russia. They're also in the top 5 nationalities buying condos, according to the report.
Yeah.
But they're experiencing declines, too.
They are.
Myanmar buyers, let me see, they bought 638 units worth, 3.24 billion baht. And Russian buyers bought 567 units. But those were valued at 1.874 billion baht.
Interesting.
I mean, any thoughts on those numbers specifically?
Well, looking at, everything that's happening globally, those drops aren't super shocking.
Yeah.
But what's really fascinating is how all of these trends, put together might be pointing to a shift in the overall health of the Thai real estate market.
Think so?
It's possible. I mean, the sector's a big deal for Thailand's economic growth.
Huge.
So these declines could have, wider implications.
So to recap, what we're seeing is declining sales overall, a shift in buying power and changing preferences, right?
Exactly.
So where does all this leave the future of the Thai real estate market?
That's the million or billion baht question, isn't it?
It really is.
I mean, it could just be a temporary thing, caused by short-term factors, but it could also be that we're seeing a fundamental shift. Buyers are now looking for different types of properties, different investment opportunities, and the real question is, what other factors are playing a role here that we haven't even, thought about yet?
Like what?
Well, it could be global economics, political changes, maybe even changes in tourism trends.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Lots to think about.
Definitely.
So to sum it all up, we've seen this decline in foreign condo sales.
Right.
A move away from Chinese buyers dominating the market and the rise of the Indian market.
Yep.
It's been awesome breaking this down with you. I mean, it's clear there's a lot more to this story than, just what we see on the surface.
Oh, yeah.
And it'll be really interesting to see how these trends develop over the next, few months, maybe even years.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us for another deep dive. We'll catch you next time.
See you then.